Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius July 3, 2022. There may be some concerns and worries that pressure you today. A Mars-Pluto square can leave you feeling conflicted on an emotional level about your feelings towards someone. There can be tensions or disagreements related to money, ownership, or values. Through them, you can learn a lot about yourself and your situation. The goal is to manage fears and insecurities that have prevented you from following your heart, pursuing love, or expressing yourself creatively. It may not be easy to fully back a decision today, as there is a sense that something is exaggerated or magnified, good or bad. Resolve not to worry about what or how someone is communicating, since it's too easy to misinterpret their words today. This may seem like a day when things seem slow but also sweet. There may be a lot of talking about things that don't seem to have any relevance as far as you are concerned. But it does give the opportunity for you to actually digest a meal if you are eating with your loved one, which may be a good idea. Harmony reigns, and even your stomach stays calm. Do you feel valued? Your work is incredible, but you may need to fight for it when Mars in Aries squares Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Others will take your skills, vision, and talent for granted. But you do not have to let that happen. Assert the value of your work today by standing your ground. Stick by the prices of your services. Ask for what you are owed when you are working for someone else. You could even use this transit to finally raise the prices of your goods and services. You have a kind of habit of juggling with the events in your life, as if they were inanimate objects, and usually things turn out just fine. Yet, today, the things you have to deal with are a bit too heavy to juggle with. You generally don't like this kind of situation, but it is time to make some important decisions in your life. It's time to choose a direction. Today is crucial for these kinds of decisions, so don't try and avoid doing what you have to do. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts, and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. You've got it all figured out how you fit into the big picture. Unfortunately, the secret is written in a language only you can understand, so you'll have a hard time interpreting. Show, but don't tell. If the response you get from prospective dates is not always positive, consider how your approach might be improved. You may want to ask what you could change about yourself. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand what to change, or at least help you appreciate another's point of view or not. You won't be in a placid mood today. You are driven to succeed, and have little tolerance for those around you, either at home or who do not feel similarly ambitious. You are extremely goal-oriented, and are not averse to taking risks to reach them. It's okay to insist on similar discipline from those around you. But you'll have to demand it today, rather than simply requesting it. Be sure that when you advocate for things that are important to you personally, that you show respect for others as well. This day's vibration can give you the added edge when it comes to focusing on whatever you put your mind to. However, it can also see you more self-absorbed than usual. If you find yourself challenged when it comes to tolerating others and their way of doing things, be sure to think before you speak. In a case of perfect timing, you not only have the moon in an adventurous part of your chart during Mars last weekend in a playful part, but at a friendly aspect. This is making it easy to embrace the warrior spirit, and this couldn't be more important. With the moon returning to your career sector tomorrow, Mars to your work sector a day later, and both having a positive impact on Pluto in your income sector, things are set to come alive professionally next week. As Mars and Pluto, the planets of war and revolution, come together, this will fire things up on the income and job fronts. A friendly aspect between the moon in an adventurous part of your chart and Mars, in his last weekend in your romantic sector, is creating a mix of romance, passion, and adventure, and with perfect timing. This is adding fuel to Mars' romantic passions and fighting spirit as he fires up his drive to fight for what you want from love at a time when today's stars are just a taste of things to come. Our eyes in the sky. Today is a wonderful time to heal the subconscious and heart. We all have trauma and wounds that we've pushed to the bottom of our consciousness, but now the emotions around the pain are coming into focus. Chiron is a smaller celestial body originally classified as a centaur because of its location and an asteroid because of its mass. Wounded healer Chiron, currently in Aries, aspects Venus in Leo this afternoon. During this time, you'll be able to take a deep look at your recent hurts and see how you can change them. Issues with confidence and self-esteem could come into focus. Mercury in Gemini also shares a minor aspect with Chiron today. This planetary connection gives us the chance to look within and fix recently repressed issues or feelings we've had to suppress and not deal with. Discussing your feelings with others can be healing and invigorating. This energy is more appropriate than ever because we've all been holding in tears, emotions, and uncertainties that need to be released. The upcoming new moon in Leo will bring our emotions out into the open. Is danger lurking around the corner as a hot new month begins? If today's shadowy Mars-Pluto square has anything to say about it, that's a big, fat cosmic yes. With intense Mars traveling alongside reckless Aries, one of the signs it rules, it gains, what not to do, steam as it bulldozes its way through the universe. As intense Mars squares off with mysterious, death-obsessed Pluto in Sirius Earth sign Capricorn, it's no surprise that there's a lot of tension in the air. It's hard to tell what anyone around you might do next, and you aren't even all that sure about your own intentions or motivations and why they lead you to act in a certain completely uncharacteristic way. Power struggles prevail at work and at home, and your frustrations could even result in actual physical altercations today. Even the calmest of signs can be driven over the edge as you find yourself in places you never dreamed you'd be when you woke up this morning. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon's sextile to Mars offers us playful energy. We want to demonstrate our intelligence under the Leo moon, while Mars in Leo stimulates a competitive streak that is optimal for lighthearted games and trivia. The sextile aspect softens our need to win and prevents us from becoming sore losers. We would rather share others' company and have fun, instead of beat the competition and wind up by our lonesome. Additionally, this aspect isn't half bad for forming romantic connections, and even though it perfects before the start of the day, we will feel buoyed by courageous and aspirational feelings into the morning. Afternoon, Venus in Leo creates a trine to Chiron in Aries, helping to heal our hearts. We see past romantic disappointments for lessons learned, and commit to being mindful of our attractions to similar personality types who leave us feeling insecure in love. After a hard fall in romance, we tend to wall ourselves off to prevent further pain. There is a time and a place for seclusion, sheltering, and coming back to oneself, as there is a time and place for embracing vulnerability and allowing others to have access to us. This influence offers us the gift of surrender. Acknowledge that you have moved through a dark night of the soul, and because of this, you are again prepared to seek soul-stimulating relationships.